folks, to a fantastic matchup that will continue the championship legacy of the proud Pacific 12 Conference that stretches back more than a decade. Welcome, folks, to Allegiant Stadium, the home of the Raiders, right off the Las Vegas Strip, as we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Boise State Broncos, taking on another squad from the Pac-12, the Fresno State Bulldogs. For EA Sports, I'm Chris Fowler, joined in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get this thing going. The kickoff team is out there, and here we go. A conference championship on the line right now. He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. He's brought down to the 16, getting better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. So Fresno State's offense comes on the field first today. And it comes down to this. After a brutal regular season schedule, all these teams have poured into it, and now one final showdown, Kirk, and one of these teams walks off this field tonight as conference champions.
Well, if you talk to these coaches, and especially the players, Chris, you get the sense that this game means a lot. Opportunity to become conference champs, and also you win this game, who knows how it can impact you at that next step into the postseason. So let's see who the better team is and who's going to become the conference champion. This is why I love the quarterbacks that can make things happen. Here you have an opportunity to try to create. Nothing's there. Play breaks down. Instead of just throwing it away, he sits back, sees nothing downfield, decides to be able to pick up the first down by himself. Impressive run to pick up the first and keep this drive moving.
Back-to-back chunk plays to begin the drive. The defense on their heels. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. They get him down, but that's a solid gain.
Another positive run on 1st and 10. You know, it's early on in this drive, but this defense has not shown the ability to stop the run. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I just keep running the football until they prove they can stop it.
Caught for the completion. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the first down.
As quarterbacks, when you see man-to-man coverage, before the ball's even snapped, you're looking for a matchup that you want to exploit and take advantage of. This time, he waits for the back to find that matchup with the linebacker, makes the throw, and picks up the first down.
It's a big pickup after the catch. More importantly, holds on to the ball despite taking a huge hit.
Yeah, Chris, that's the thing that really stood out to me. I didn't think he was going to be able to hold on to that ball because of that big hit, but he does. He doesn't get the first down, but he gets big positive yards, and more importantly, I think he gains more confidence in that quarterback to throw him the ball again.
And he picks up the first down before they get him to the ground.
Well, this is exactly what you want to see as an offense to open up a football game. Everything seems to be working, whether they're running the football, as we saw right there, able to protect, throw the football with timing and rhythm. Everything on full display for this offense to let this defense.
Oh, the pass rush gets home.
This is exactly how you can slow down the momentum and the rhythm of an offense. You got to get some tackles for a loss and some sacks. This time, they come up with a sack by getting after that quarterback.
Looks over the middle, and that's complete. And they've got him at the 4, but a big gain on that catch and run.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
And they'll tackle him for a loss of 5 yards. Second and goal play, spot the ball at the 9. Quarterback drops back. Grab down the middle. It's Rodgers. Brought down, but the completion moves the ball to the 6. Defense getting pushed back.
Hey, the windows are so tight on these throws for this quarterback. Positive yards are a good thing here. Now it's 3rd and goal, getting so much closer to punching it in.
Looking to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Fresno State. Conference championship pressure, they just grind away. Beautiful execution in that methodical. It's blocked. So after his PAT was blocked, the kicker is out there again to boot it away.
Boise State, 0.
Fields it just outside the goal line. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. So Boise State's offense takes the field. The first chance we hadn't seen them today. Kirk, let's check the impact players in this game. Guys who have been leaders, guys who are being counted on to deliver today.
Well, these are the guys that both these teams rely on, as you said, to be able to make the plays. And more importantly, when it gets into that point in the game where you need to be able to have some leadership, these are the men that are going to have to step up and be able to provide that for each team.
They try the middle, but stuff for no gain. Here's the second down play. Talking about quickness, that play is absolutely blown up in no time.
Chris, I don't know if that's a misassignment by the offensive lineman.
It is intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid.
Well, a mistake by the quarterback of putting that up in the air, but a great play by the free safety. You know, you sit back and cover 3. The center fielder is the free safety. He's got his eyes on the quarterback, and when that ball is released, he's got to show an athletic ability to be able to go find the football and come down with it for an interception.
Offense facing a 2nd and 10. And the quarterback dropping back. Quick throw complete to the tight end. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain. Tackle made, but a strong arm throw by the senior quarterback. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Off the play fake, looking to throw. He'll throw it now. Grab made near the sidelines. Good job keeping the foot in bounds. That'll be enough for a first down. The defense backed up against their own end zone. First and goal, handoff, and the defense brings him down. Offense facing 2nd and goal. Here's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Just throws it away, but takes a big hit in the process. And the defense hold up here on 3rd and goal.
That's a smart heads-up play to me by the quarterback. Would rather throw it in the stands than a tight throw leading to a potential turnover. Wonder what they'll have dialed up.
Intercepted in the end zone. Brought down after a short return, but the pick sets up his offense.
Well, anytime you see a defense sit back and cover 2, the quarterback knows he's looking for short to intermediate throws. He's going to have to put something on it. It's not just the guys that are covering deep. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of, so you drive that throw. Otherwise, you're going to see results like this, which are an interception.
They bring him down, but the drive has now reached the 35. So quickly up to the 35-yard line for first down. Takes the handoff again. As the first down is still going. They stop him, but it's a first down. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. On first down, it's play action. On the move now. And he'll heave the ball deep down that right side. Pass caught down at the 20. They finally tackle him, but all the way down to the 20-yard line.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
He'll hand it off. Run it up the middle, but stuff for no gain.
Now, you see this with a lot of backs. There's a tendency to want to try to bounce it to the outside. Now, sometimes the play calls for it, but you know the coaches are telling them to follow the blockers and execute the plan.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Caught quickly. They bring him down, but that play will set up a first and goal now at the 10.
Quarterback sees that this defense is dropping way back in zone coverage, so he does the right thing. Gets it underneath to that drag route and picks up a first down.
On first and 10, looking to throw. Here's a screen pass to the running back. Defense makes the tackle with the clock running. That'll probably be the final play of this first quarter. Fresno State has the lead here. Let's check out the stats now through the opening period.
Fresno State, Boise State, 0.
Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. He'll try to run inside. Nowhere to go.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
Crucial. Third down coming up in the red zone. Can they keep the drive going, or will they have to settle for 3? Caught near the goal line. He'll be stopped short a couple yards from the goal line. So on fourth down now, out comes the field goal unit. Med kick right down the middle. Can't hit it any better than that. Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now.
And that one, my gosh, I mean, it's almost too easy. Nice kick.
He's going to try for a return from a couple of yards deep in the end zone. And he's brought down at the 16. But better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Bulldogs offense back on the field. The last possession ended in a dreaded red zone interception. Let's see if they can bounce back from that costly error. He moves the ball across the 20 to the 22.
Well, if there's a silver lining for the defense, at least this quarterback didn't get out and gash him for a first down. But now they've got options coming up here. I wouldn't be surprised to see if they go back to him again.
Slams right into a wall. They've got him for a loss. They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. Taking a shot deep down the right side. Pulls it in outside the 10. He's still running. Tackle is made, but the gain sets the offense up. First and goal from the 9. The offense knocking on the door here with a first and goal. Quarterback keeps the football. And he could not be stopped. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Chris, I don't care what era we're talking about in college football. Defending the option when it's really well executed, one of the toughest things that defense can do, and this quarterback deserves a lot of credit. A great feel of when to pull it and when to give it. This time he keeps it himself for the touchdown.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Riley. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's a good coverage there. Here comes the Boise State offense back out on the field. Last time out, they moved the ball well, but had to settle for a chip shot field goal. On the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fits, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
Now it's second down here. Here's the snap, looking to throw. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no flag, brings up third down. To come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. And he'll drop back here on third down. And the pass knocked down by the defense, incomplete. The Broncos will line up to boot it away. He's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And it's taken at the 45. The returner is brought down. It's a starter in the next drive. So they begin the drive here in the final 3 minutes of the half. And looking to throw now on first down. Looks to the left, pass caught. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down. A new set of downs after that completion. Ball handed off. Picks up 3 yards, so 2nd and 7.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag, doesn't get it. Brings up third down.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Delivers quickly to the left side. And it's incomplete again. Fourth down coming up. Punt team ready to boot it away. And that punt will just bounce away from the returner and out of bounds, so no return. And the Boise State offense is back. field. Now coming off a 3-and-out, looking to produce a positive drive here. So the first play of the drive coming up here, under 3 minutes to play before half. They're going to run it. Fights through a tackle. That's strong run defense. Not much of a gain on the play.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
It's the 2-minute timeout. This offense running out of time to cut into this lead before the break. Offense getting set. Second down play here.
42 Spider. 42 Spider.
Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. Picks up the first, looking for more. Heads out of bounds after a solid game.
You know, everybody always wants to talk about quarterbacks today and receivers, and don't get me wrong, that's a big part of the evolution of the game and where we are. But man, for me, as a fan, when I'm watching a game, there's just something satisfying about the teams and the offenses that still have backs that can carry the ball and come up with plays like that. Move those sticks and keep this drive going.
You've seen you're able to make the stop after a short game.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Now they'll switch it up, looking to throw the ball here. Receiver makes the catch. And the defense grabs him after the completion. He's just short of a first down.
If you play zone coverage and the quarterback is patient, this is a tough play to defend. Nice job of waiting for the receiver to get into the window and then making an accurate throw.
They're going to throw for it on third and short. Looking deep downfield to the left. And that's incomplete. They weren't afraid to let it fly, but it brings up a fourth down.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here, third and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive the best way you can sometimes. Is just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this fourth and short.
It's a fourth down stop. The offense will take over in plus territory. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Goes to his right side there for the completion. The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play.
I think the defense got fooled here. They thought that receiver was going to go deep downfield. He ends up curling back to the inside for a nice gain.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. Catch is made behind the line of scrimmage. Getting set. Here's second down. And the quarterback drops back, looking for an open man. Quick completion to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. A short gain gets them a few yards closer to the marker. Offense sets the formation. It's third down. Out of the gun now on third down. The throw complete to the running back underneath. And moves the football to the 27 and a first down.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything seems to be working. The coordinator is calling good plays. The quarterback and the rest of his receivers and running backs are executing. And frankly, this defense is showing almost no resistance.
Oh, he makes the catch. They stop him at the 4, but it sets up this offense with a 1st and goal. The offense threatening, close to the goal line with a new set of downs. They'll try the option play here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Oh, gosh, give this defense all the credit in the world. They had their eyes in the right position, playing assignment football. Quarterback just looking for daylight. Couldn't find anywhere to go there on the keeper on the option. Again, that's great assignment football by the defense.
So play number 7 on this drive is a 3rd down and goal. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Pass caught. Could he get in? And he can make it in. Defense forces him out at the 1-yard line. The decision is not to go for it on 4th down. Here comes the field goal team. Knocks that one right down the middle. And they add to their lead. So here's the kickoff now. Offense settling for 3, tacking on a little bit of momentum before the halftime break. And it comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. So they start the drive looking for some late fireworks here. Less than 30 seconds before halftime. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Pop in the middle. It's gone. And it's good for a 1st down to the 36. Timeout is called to talk strategy. Time for just 1 or 2 plays here before halftime. This will likely be the last play of the half. Looking to throw it on 1st down. Looking for his big tight end. And the pass is intercepted as he throws into double coverage that time. Tackle after the pick, and then he'll do it for the 1st half of play. All right, let's get the 2nd half going now. The kickoff team is out there.
16, Boise State, 3.
They'll return it from inside the 5. Tackled at the 22. Good job by the coverage team. And here comes the Boise State offense back out on the field. Emphasis here on cutting down on turnovers, a couple of them in the 1st half, and that's why they're trailing. Tackle made at the 37. That's a solid gain.
Well, this is exactly where you find out what you're made of as a team. When you're trailing coming out of the half, how do you respond? Well, we know how this running back's going to respond. What a statement to get this 2nd half started.
Runner scoots out of bounds after gaining decent yards.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice, solid gain.
Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Sure hands. It's Gaines. Ball carrier heads out of bounds, but the pickup is good enough to move the chains. 1st down.
The defense is so caught up in this guy running the football in this drive, they forgot to defend him coming out of the backfield. Nice positive play here.
And the Broncos have 1st and 10 here. And off the deflection, it's caught. Oh, and he hits out of bounds after a really nice game there. And the player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out. Still looking for that elusive touchdown, but finally this offense is moving. 1st down and 10. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up the throw. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice game. Love to see the big man get his touches.
2nd down after that previous play. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Grab down the middle. It's Vaughn. Football comes out. And the defense comes up with the football.
How about this defense flying in there trying to get their hat on the ball?
Hold on a second. There's a timeout on the field. The coach wants the officials to take another look at that one. Thinks he might get an overturn. Heads-up move by the head coach using that challenge. Officials will reverse the call on the field after taking a closer look. First down and 10. And here's the handoff. And they've got him at the 5. Great run to set up scoring position here.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
First and goal, they'll try to run it in. And he will be stuffed for no gain. Red zone's been a struggle. 3 points in 3 possessions down here. Can they find the end zone on second and goal? And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. And he busts into the end zone. Touchdown, Broncos.
Chris, I know the back's going to get a lot of attention for this touchdown, but I was focused on the offensive line. You had 5 guys working as one. Great communication, able to get up to that second level and open things up nicely to allow the back into the end zone.
Fresno State, 16. Boise State, 10.
He'll bring it out from his end zone. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 24. Good coverage. Here comes the Fresno State offense back on the field. Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. He cannot escape. It's a sack.
No, let's face it. They dug themselves a hole in the first half, but I'll tell you what, they're coming out with a new look and a new energy here to start the second half.
They go backwards on first down, so it's second and long from the 19. Looking for a man. Receiver makes the grab. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
Well, the defense didn't have any time at all to get pressure on the quarterback. He gets the ball out of his hands pretty quickly on the hitch to the receiver.
The offense with some pre-snap motion. Off the play fake, looking to pass it. And he's going to heave it deep right down the middle. Oh, he dropped it. Can you believe it? A huge gain slips through his hands. And here comes the punter onto the field. Looking to kick it away for the second time. And we'll see what he can do on the return. Good effort by the return man. They get him down, but that's a solid gain on the return. And the Boise State offense is back out on the field. They scored a touchdown on the last possession. Let's see if this defense has been able to come up with some adjustments and stop them this time. First play of the drive, we're going to throw the football. Makes a quick catch. Receiver brought down after a short pitch and catch.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. You take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
And the gain just good enough for a first down. The running back sneaks out there. He is a difficult matchup for this defense in the passing game.
Man, it is so tough to match up in man-to-man coverage against a back like this and catch the ball like a receiver. It's something you work on all week, and you know about it. You're aware of it, but it's one thing to be aware of it, and another thing to go out and execute it and try to stay within the man coverage. Very tough to do. Chris, those deep shots, to me, the advantage is with the quarterback and the receiver because you know where the ball is. Great defensive backs' only chance is being able to locate the ball and be able to go up and knock it away. Really impressed with his ability to find the football, which allowed him to be able to eventually make the play.
Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. So now from the 27, the offense faces a third and short. How aggressive will they play it? Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. This one's going to fall incomplete. Brings up fourth down.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. Got to be thinking about going for this on fourth and short.
Needs a completion here on 4th down. It's complete. That's enough for a first down. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
That's what you love to see from the quarterback, recognizing the receiver is past the marker, and a good job by the receiver to know where he needed to go to get that first down.
The Broncos churn out another first down. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. He shreds the tackle. Runs into the teeth of that defense, picks up just a couple yards. So here comes 2nd down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. Run quickly, caught in the right flat. The defense all over. They stop right at the line.
I love the call here with the wide receiver screen. Where's he going to go? Blockers do not do their job and open up any running lanes at all.
Fresno State has the lead here. We've reached the end of 3. Time is running out to cut into the lead. Let's take a look at the game stats before we move on. We begin the quarter with a crucial play, often setting up for this 3rd down. The gun now on 3rd down. Tries to get it to the running back. Caught near the sticks. It's Riley. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Boise State.
Now this defense is so caught up in all the wide receivers, they forgot about the running back. He's not just back there running the ball. This guy's involved in the passing game. Nice throw and catch and a touchdown.
PAT gives him a 1-point lead here in the 4th.
Fresno State, 16.
He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. Coverage team brings down the return. The Fresno State offense is back on the field. Last time was a quick 3-and-out. Can they get a drive going this time? First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Grab made by the tight end. And he heads out of bounds after gaining a few yards.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
Completion makes it 2nd and short. Handoff to the right side. He picks up the first down, but gets drilled on the tackle.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Important 2nd down play coming up. Quick throw. That's an RPO caught on the left side. 0 running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Dropping back. We're going to throw for the first down. Makes the catch downfield. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play. Offense putting together a solid drive. First down at the 46. First down, looking to throw the ball. Screen to the receiver in the flat. They get him down, but he crosses midfield, spot the ball at the 44.
You know, this is what makes this receiver so dangerous. If you play him in man, he can run by you for a big play. You decide to sit back in zone, and he's got the savvy and instincts to be able to find that soft spot in the zone, make a catch, and be dangerous after the catch as well.
Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. 2nd down after that run on the previous play. Looking for a receiver. Swarmed by the pass rush. A sack.
Well, the defense would not be denied on this play. They come up with a sack. The quarterback really didn't have much of a chance at all. Lucky he just held on to the ball.
Here they come on 3rd and long, trying to overcome that sack they gave up earlier. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Gets the ball off as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Chris, this offensive coordinator is going to have to adjust. We've seen hits and sacks and pressure on this quarterback all game long. They've got to find a solution to create more time for for the quarterback to be able to throw the football, or maybe completely overhaul and change what they're doing on offense.
Grinding away with a running game. Trucks through the defender. Moves the ball up to the 30.
Chris, good job here on that stop, but remember the ball is inbounds and the clock keeps moving here late in the game and you're trailing. As a defense, you got to start thinking about utilizing those timeouts. You got all three to use. At what point are you going to start putting those into play?
Second down play coming up for this offense. And there's the handoff. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. So from the 28-yard line, it's a 3rd and manageable here. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Caught near the sticks. It's gains. Now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense.
Well, the defense gets these guys to 3rd down. They got a chance to get them off the field, and instead they give up the 1st down. So the clock will continue to move, and the defense is really at the mercy of this offense at this point.
Inside the 45. That play moves the ball across midfield to be set up with a 1st down at the 41. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. And the Broncos pick up enough yardage for a fresh set of downs. On 1st down, why not keep it on the ground? He's past the marker and still going. Tackle made, but the gain moves the ball to 30.
Boy, is this guy fun to watch or what? Here we are in the 4th quarter, critical down in distances, and this guy is just churning out yards the way he has most of this game, showing a lot of physicality and natural running instincts in space.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout. The defense desperate to get the football back, trailing here late. Closing in on a conference championship, this offense trying to grind down the clock and secure the W. Gonna run it. It's gains. Pickup is 5 yards, so it's 2nd down and 5.
Well, I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big 1st half, and he's already at it again.
Less than 2 minutes from a conference championship. Can they keep the football and secure the win? Handoff from the shotgun. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
You know, in that era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
Closing in on a conference championship, this offense trying to grind down the clock and secure the W. Less than 2 minutes from a conference championship. Can they keep the football and secure the win? Send the back in motion. Going to pick up the 3rd and short through the air. QB to the tight end for a completion. The Broncos look to keep this drive moving.
Well, obviously they had a plan of attack ready on that third down and delivered the knockout punch to put this game away.
The ball is snapped, and the quarterback will just take a knee. What a tremendous run these guys have had, and now they can call themselves conference champions. That's a tremendous achievement, but we have to wait and see what the committee decides to do and if they'll get an invite to the college football playoff. And that's going to wrap it up. For Kirk Street, I'm Chris Fowler. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.